We're live. Susan, welcome back.
Thank you. I love when it says, and we're live. That is the official that I need to behave and be nice as possible and be ready. Hi,
Well,
everyone.
with you, I'm sure that's more of, shall we say, a guideline versus a rule? Because I
You
can't.
know, you know what? Most people think that this is my scenario. Actually, I hate to be in camera. I hate to be exposed. I need to like really prepare for it and
Uh-huh.
make an effort not to become weird because when I get nervous, I become really weird. So this is not my ambience. I like to be behind the scene.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what we're doing today. And we've done a face reading before. I encourage everybody to please check it out. It's a lot of fun. And today, though, you decided I read people's faces, but it's just not enough. I need to do it with masks. Now, are you trying to set yourself up for failure, or is it just that much confidence?
Let me tell you where is this coming from. I don't know how many of you are aware of the Super Recognizers. It's a program that we started in a university with Scotland Yard in England. Let me turn off this monitor to make sure that we don't have interruption. And they found out that after an incident in England, a CCTV camera was able to recognize only two people wearing masks when some of the officers were able to recognize between 140 and 160 people. So
Mm,
that's what I started like, So I took the test. I didn't score the higher, but enough to be in part of the study. So when they have new studies, they send me the email. I'm not part of the super recognizer part of the study. They use me as a beta tester. So I started like, well, human definitely we are better than AI in a couple of things. And when the pandemic hit and everybody was freaking out about the mask and says, well, why we don't use the same concept they've been using for 10 years in Scotland Yard and we move it. So actually we even started a study asking people to send us picture with mask
mhm.
to do the study to confirm the accuracy. We don't have any grant for anyone because we don't want it to get tinted. We're going to publish the results. We're going to train a group of people how to do it. And after that, we're going to do a free class. Why? Because actually what is the most important in your face, it is not covered by the mask. Because how you
Mm,
intake information and process information. So one of the things that happen with mask is people feel fear and fear froze you. One of the things being afraid is keep you your alert and keep your adrenaline, but being adrenaline high all the time is not
mhm.
healthy. So if we
Sure.
can give people the comfort to say, okay, this is not done, I still have the chance to go like the most normal possible. And the truth to be told is a lot of high and first responders or people in warehouses, for example, because in order for you to be receiving things in your house, somebody need to be in the warehouse packing it. So that's the
Okay.
people we need to make sure that we can read and we can understand. So it's not to be cocky, it's to show like, hey, guys, can be done.
There's a little cockiness there, though. We know you, Susan.
I like, you know what? I always say, I don't care if you criticize me because I'm my worst critics and I always put my standards higher and higher. And that's one of the things that my teachers complain when they have me as a student says, Susan, take it easy. You can make a mistake. Like, nope, point here. It's not acceptable. So it's like, okay, let's set the bar. People like the first one. Let's do it again. And you know what? Always can fail. I'm not perfect. Nobody else.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get rolling. I've got the first example here.
Mm.
And
Can I answer two questions that were asked on the first show?
sure, go for it.
First of all, somebody asked me why I'm not going deeper in each of the features. You have two kind of shows. One, when I read, I said the feature, but if we go into the learning process, a teachable moment, explaining each feature and all the meanings, it's
Mhm.
complicated because none one feature is one. You need to combine with different one, and that's what makes the different meanings. So the reason I don't want to give a secret, you can get a book and do it, and
Mhm.
then I don't want to go to teachable moment and lose the chance to be reading people. And second one, somebody named something about cold reading. Cold reading is done for magicians and clairvoyants when they have you in front
Mhm.
But when you have a picture and the person says only yes or no, that is not called reading. I know that some people use the trick to reading your body and your micro expressions and your words to confirm. They go bigger and start going smaller, but this is not called reading on that case. It's called reading face reading and physiognomy. So only to clarify, because there were two, it was easy to answer than right answers.
All right. Well, here's a quick question that I'll throw into real quickly. And,
Yes, sir.
you can knock it out, I'm sure. How much more difficult is it to read a face if they're wearing a mask and have Botox?
There are certain wrinkles that doesn't matter how much Botox you do, there's still, you can see the lines. For example, I have a resting beach face. So I do Botox here because like I always look in people this way. So I haven't done it in a couple of months. But even though I do it, it's come back in 15 days. So, but it still can see the wrinkles. One thing is from a picture, but in a video and in person, you can see it. So you still can see the lines. You can see the shadows of the lines, but that have a meaning. And in the case of the mask, actually the only thing covered is here. You can see the top of the nose. You can see the eyelids. I would say the 75% of who you are can be seen in a mask. And if you train enough, you even can determine some features that are behind the mask for how the mask set in your face.
Awesome. Well, let's start looking at what we have going here. And see if I can get the right one up. I don't know if I've got the right people with the right names. So this one is labeled Shiba, and I don't know if this is Ella or not. If it is Ella, please
okay.
let us know.
What I'm going to do, and I'm going to be completely honest, I need to blow out the image.
Okay. I can
Okay.
try to make it a little bigger too if it
No,
helps.
it's okay. I just, like I did the other time, I have a screen, remember, H problem.
Sure.
Okay, I don't know your name, but she liked to be around people. She's a people person. And the reason I says you can see how much exposed eyelid they have. People who have exposed eyelids, they have a lot of eyelids, has to do with the intimacy. This person liked the intimacy. That has nothing to do with sex, has to do with be in surrounded by others, like to work in teams, like to be exchanging ideas and working with others, like to be surrounded. Probably this person is having a hard time to working from home if that's what it's happening. She have a small ears, meaning that she's visual. She like to trust her own instinct. She learned better when she can see things instead to read it. So I would say if you want to work well with this person, I would show it how need to be done. If she need to resolve something or she have any doubt, it's probably going to jump in a YouTube video. You're going to maximize the capabilities of this person, meaning that she can be the best in what she does and learn it faster. If somebody take the time to show her how to do it, sharing a screen, sending a tutorial, and she's going to be jump on it. And another thing, since she needs time to process information, she's not going to jump to make decisions. She want to do it right, not do it now. So between being visual, want to learn the things, how they need to be done, and process information in her own time. And I want to clarify, when I says fast information, slow information, I have a slow process information. I have take some of my classes. One of my classes, I take it 7 times, and my teacher says, I don't want to see you again. Like something learned, like, I don't want to see you again. Out. Okay, I already pay, so I'm staying. But he says, I don't want to see you again. But I always learn something new, and I keep reading and learning more. So this is the kind of person who is going to do really well when it's go over things. Advice, if in any time is something that you don't get really fast, don't worry. Read the book again, make exercise, do flashcards. Something that I really advise, for example, I have stickers depending on the colors on the urgency of things. So if this person is watching, probably she have a color calendar. And if you tend to forget things or you have kids, Make those big color calendars that you can put either in your office or on the top of the fridge. So color code, do your own color coded, and you're never going to be late. You're never going to miss anything. Another thing, she is a creative person. So you changed the picture. Great. Okay, let me see. We have a delay here. Yeah, and she's really pragmatic. Oh my God, you have one of the roundest forehead I ever seen. She, even though she liked to be around people and she liked to be with people, I don't think is going to be the best 9 to 5. Why? Because she's not going to be created 9 to 5 or when somebody tell her that she need to be created at noon. She probably have her own process. And again, like I said to Gavin the other time, get a notepad. So when you have your ideas, you can take notes. And probably you're the person who still take notes with pen and paper, like I do. So when you have a creative thought, put it on a paper. So when it's needed to jump or somebody else in your team or you're working with need a creative outlet from you, you can pull it from your notebook and you don't need to be thinking about it all the time.
Okay, I'm going to get the last shot just to pass it through and see if that loads up for you. All right. Do you see it or no?
Yeah, it's the same person.
Yeah, I got 3 shots. Just making sure that so everything's good. Let me jump into the next person, who is Adriana Boy.
If we have this person, it would be great if she can let me know if it's any. And again, there's different dictionaries, and sometimes the way I explain things are different. Wow, you cannot get this girl around. Even your life depend on it. She is really good anticipating things and problems, and she have a really good BS filter on her personal life and her work side. She's way better seizing people up on her personal life. She have the same ears. One of the things that people get confused with masks is that when I'm wearing a mask, my top ears are going to get stick out. The lady before and this lady both are wearing different kind of mask, and neither of those you can see the top of the ears. Makes sense? So it can have a little deviation based on how stick out your ears are or not. But in this case, this person is going to be following the orders. It can be a military, can be a police, can be a lawyer, can be anybody who need to follow procedures. Sometimes I even see this on nurses or people who are in triage or in ER, where you know that you have a protocol. And as soon as you jump the protocol, you can have a life at stake. She processes information really fast. So I think that she is in some kind of job who need first responder by following rules. She finished absolutely everything that she start, not all the time because she liked it or she wanted, it's because it need to be done. She is more creative than follow through, and she's more creative on her personal life than the business side. So she's more following rules on the business. So I don't need to know who you're working with, but it would be nice to know if you have any kind of job who can determine that. She's not needy, neither she like too much independence, but it's a person who, when she asks for time off, like give me some space to decompress, it would be really appreciated from her if you can do that. So if this kind of person live in a relationship with other peers on the house, even though you're working from home or working from outside home, if she coming home and suddenly is disconnected, has nothing to do with the person that are in front of, has to do with she need to decompress. And is the kind of person about quality time and not quantity time. When she's present, she's 100%. But when she need to get to her thoughts, give her a space and you're going to have a way more friendly person. What else we can say? She
I'll swap them out so you can get a different
If I
angle.
can see the size of the ears, it will be
Yeah.
great.
There you go.
Okay, I'm looking for the, so yeah, let me do the measurement. Yeah, she have high ears. If you can see where the eye finish and you draw a line like we did the other time, and you're gonna see the tip of the ear, it's higher than where the eye finish. That means that she have high ears and process information really fast. Even though she have a mask, I can determine where the chin established on the mask and where the forehead finish too. So she have small ears. And something that she have that I love this combination when I was talking about why it's difficult to talk about only one feature, because you have something that are constellations. You can have the same feature in two different people and they have different meaning when you put them together. It's like the hieroglyphics. If you put a snake on top of the eagle, have the different meaning that is inverse. That's how it works. She have a straight forehead. That meaning that she is like engineer thinking. She like follow patterns, who actually is coherent with the fact that her ears are stick next to a head. So she follow patterns. She is really good thinking on solutions on a standard point, sequential, reduce. She tend to reduce problem to simple step. Like as the kind of person who go all over the place, and she says, like, wait a minute, what are the urgencies? How we need to proceed? Who is going to be in call of action, and how we going to get it done? And another thing, she have ears kind of tilted, so she have a unique outlook. So between the flat forehead, the ears stick to the head, and the ears a little tilted. If you can see, not everybody have the ears straight. They have a little tilted. That means that she have a different unique way to get outlook and things that can or need to be done. What happened with people like her, when I tell them this, is like, no, I don't do that. I just do my job. Can you tell me, please, why you do for work? And suddenly they start explaining why they do for work. And I just smile and like, oh, now I get it. Everything has to do with what you do. And sometimes because we do it, it's like if you need to make a list and all the things that you do since you wake up until you get to work, you can fill 3 pages of things. If you see it and the way you do it, you're like, oh my God, it's a lot of job to get out of bed. But because you do it automatically and sequentially, you tend to not pay attention to how you do it. Some people start brushing their teeth to the right. Some people do it to the left. And actually, if you pay attention, you always do it in the same way. There are some people talking about neuroplasticity, that you need to do things with a different hand in a different way to get your 2 brains working. And if you want to learn more about, you can Google neuroplasticity, but it's true. I never realized that I do things on the same way, sequential, because I have the same forehead and I'm trying to go out of my comfort zone to be more adaptable. But again, it's like Myers-Briggs. It's depending how you use it, and it show your preferences. My preferences is not to be good with deadline. I'm aware of that, and I have somebody who just pissing me off every day. Susan, you need to do that. If you don't do it, I'm going to erase it from your folder. And I love her for that. But my tendencies when I get to stress, I start running like a chicken without head, not knowing what is their urgency, what coming urgent, important, and can wait. But doesn't mean that what is a crisis outside my internal crisis, I'm really fast in jumping. It's easy for me to jump in another people's crisis. And this is the kind of person who can do the same. Perfect. I'm not talking good about me. I'm explaining, and your personal life can be all over the place. I haven't done my bed in a week. Chase Hughes will be like, I'm not talking to you. You haven't done your bed. Like, sorry, I don't have time.
Somebody brought up a good question here, Viva Fry. And I think he may be right. There's going to be a default character openness in these picks because it takes a certain openness to even submit them for this kind of scrutiny analysis. So while I dig up the next one.
And I think we have Carrie on the thread, and the first time we did this, Carrie showed the pictures, and I saw some things with Carrie, and I have a meeting after with her to explain what I see that is not wrong. And we keep in contact due to the things that I talked to her. And it was about to be positive and not negative. If you want to crush somebody with face reading, you can do it. I try to work on the positive and on top of the situation that we have today. Oh my God, this person has such a beautiful courage lines. It's a person who really, really care about others. Courage line happen when you're forced to overcome difficult situations, and it's on the personal side, not on the business side. So whoever he coming from to the place that he is now, it took a lot of him impersonally to get there. He thinks more outside the box. If you can see if you face in the monitor, the ear that you see on the right, it's a little tilted out on the top. That is his personal side. Has to do with for the right brain. The right brain is reflected on the left side. Most people switch it when you have a picture. But in his personal life, he have endured a lot to get where he is. That's making things outside the box. That is great. In his business side, he's more attached to the norms. He processes information faster at work on the business side that he does it on his personal life. In his personal life, he's more cautious. And again, the lines crossing on the eyes, if you can see on the right, the lines who not coming straight, who coming down, has to do with courage lines. And you can see it more on his personal side. Another thing, this is the kind of person, like we said with Veronica the other time, he have a preferences to be late because it's about the journey. This is the kind of person who can see the forest, who can see the possibilities and things that other people maybe not seen. And that is great, because people who is only fixated in the mistakes you do and not on the possibilities of learning from those mistakes, you're never going to go to any place. We know the concept of insanity is doing every day the same, expecting a different outcome. This is the kind of personality who's going to look for those mistakes and making a learning pattern. He's not going to be telling you every day, you did this wrong. You know what? Remember when this happened? Well, now we learn, let's do it another way. It's not positive and negative, but it's looking about the big outcome, how possibly things can be done. He have a really, really big tenacity. I can see, even though with the mask where he sit in this part, that he have big jaws and he have big chin and jaw. That's meaning that is like a bulldog. And being a bulldog is not bad. Bulldogs are the one who take you out of any problem. Bulldogs are the one who go, doesn't matter what everybody says. They're the ones who take you out of depression or take you out of the business. Another thing, this gentleman have chameleon eyebrows, the one we talk. Okay, I'd like to see the other picture. And he like to challenge me. He is in a hat and a mask. He have bulging out eyes. That meaning that eyes are a little out. Even though he can be in a room, not be seen and disappearing, he like to be included. When I'm talking about to be included, I'm talking about he want to be included in a meeting, and he doesn't like to be interrupted. Is this gentleman with us today?
He is with us. I'm waiting for him in the comments. There is a distinct lag while we're waiting for Andy to speak up. Adriana Boy did reply to your reading before. Awesome and eerily spot on. Thank you, Susan. Eric, can't wait to hear and see what you have to say about the rest of the photo submissions.
Adriana, thank you very much. A, for submitting the pictures, and B, for being so honest. Because sometimes people want to challenge me, and even though they recognize features, they say no, only to prove me wrong. And again, I don't care to be proved wrong. if I can help you with this to embrace things that maybe other people says that you are wrong about you, welcome. No problem. So he doesn't like to be interrupted because his thought process, it's complex, not complicated. He's not a complicated person. He's complex on the thought process. So when he's talking and explaining something who took him time to process, to put it on the table, and you keep saying, but, shut up. Let him finish. When he finished, and says, I'm not sure about personal life challenge, but I'm definitely late often. Okay, when I'm saying about challenge, sometimes it's that taking care of somebody that you love, and maybe be a caregiver, maybe struggling to have the money to finish your studies. Challenge and personal life can be defined from any challenge. Maybe he have a completely internal and intuitive way to see things. And sometimes challenge has to do with make others and to understand how you think. On business, you learn maybe from your personal life to not to challenge those thoughts and not to put your thoughts out. But I always says, how we going to outcome in our business life, we learn it on a personal life. We get a pattern of learning until we get to the job site that can be 20, 25 years of experience. And what we use in our business side is what we learn in our personal life and the experience that we have. This is the baggage that we have, and that is the dictionary of the book that we go through in order to understand. Andrew, if you want to talk after the live, and we can go over to better understand. Again, I don't want it to be right. I want to help you to understand what I think that you had a harder in your personal life for whatever you went through. He's visual too, and he's pretty pragmatical, but don't interrupt it. Andrew, tell me, yeah, I'm definitely often late. It's not a problem. You know why you're late? Remember when I told you about your thoughts, and your thoughts are complex and you don't want it to be interrupted? It's because you want to spend thinking about the idea. So you don't want it to be interrupted, and it's not a problem to be late. I'm always late. All my clocks are 5 minutes ahead. Actually, my alarm clock is 10 minutes ahead. But the problem is I know already, so I play with that and know it's still late.
Yeah, that's not always super effective because you already know that you set the things to be late on your own.
Assume that because I'm kind of sleepy and I'm not a morning person, it takes me time like to remember even what date it is. I'm not going to remember, but it's the first thing I remember. My air condition went on. Just let me know if it's bothering or it's getting on the sound.
No problem. So I'm trying to change up to another picture here.
That's the good thing to have everything on your phone. You can control even your air condition.
Bear with me. I have to swap out the...
Eric, everybody have their own job in this life, so I can wait for... If the people can wait, I can wait.
All right. And this is a person who I know is with us. This is Viva Fry.
Okay. Another challenge. Glasses and...
He has them without glasses, so I can change up.
No. It's not. It's no. Don't change it. I would love to have it with him.
All right, now I gotta find it again. Hold on. my mistake.
Okay, Andy, you're an unconventional thinker, no? You are unconventional on the way that you. I'm visual, so every time then I try to remember. He have tangled eyebrows. Okay, we can look at that one.
This is without the glasses.
Oh yeah. First of all, Andy, you're going faster than other people can follow you. Thank you, Susan. Sorry for my hat. My hair is not a fabulous of yours. Oh no, you don't have any idea how much work this takes to look kind of decent. I was working on them since yesterday. Okay, Andy.
This is David.
David, I'm sorry. remember when I say I'm not going to remember, I'm going to remember your face and not, it's funny. I just was looking for learning how to do podcasts, and I come up with Veronica profile and says, I know your face. I don't remember your name. And like, you was in the reading. Oh my God. So, okay. You are way more laser focused on whatever has happened today on your business side. You can see on the left part of the picture that the eyelids, it's almost covering the eyes. I don't know what is going on with you, but you're under a lot of way more stress at work than you are in your personal life. Doesn't mean in your personal life, no, you're not pushing really hard too. He have an unconventional way to think. And you know what? Most people want to say that he have straight eyebrows, but I'm going to bet he have more rounded eyebrows. You're more people-oriented. Doesn't make that when you need to make a decision, you cannot be surgical to make it. But you still care about what is happening with people when you do that. And you can see this line here. We call it a trend line. It has to do with the self-will path to endure and strength and going through things that are complicated. And again, all this is happening on his business side. So let me see the high, because sometimes people angle the face and I don't want to be inaccurate. He processes information faster on his business side than his personal side. On his personal life, he take a little more time. You have been accused to interrupt, but again, you're not rude or inappropriate. You're thinking too fast. You think first. You're zone one, even with the mask. I can determine you're a thinker, a doer, and a feeler. What else we can say? You have a couple of, I don't want to say a hobby, but interests. And the ones you know it really well. Maybe you're not going to know about everything, but the ones you know, you're really good in that. And you have put a lot of effort to make sure that you're on top of what you do. You have an even eyebrows. That means they were start and finish on the same length. And even though it can be kind of complicated because you can see in different ways, still you finish and end things. And since the eyebrows, if you can see, the eyebrows start a little over where the eyes start, but finish way over where the eyes finish. That meaning that maybe it's going to take you a little longer to start things because you're going to think things through and you're going to make sure, because when you set a plan, you're like a tank. Doesn't matter what happened, you're going to go all over things. I'm not saying all over people, over things and any problem they put in front of you to make that happen. And you're going to make sure that the work is done until the end. You like it or not, you make it happen. I don't know, can I go back to the one with the eyebrows, or you have another picture? Because one of the things with pictures, depending, I have two kind of eyebrows and happen to people. When I'm gathering information, my eyebrows go really high and pointy. When I'm making a decision, my eyebrows go completely flat and lower, meaning that once I get the decision done is 1, 2, 3. But in the gathering process information, they have another shape.
Does that help at all, going from the side, or do you want another?
Yes,
I have 5 pictures.
Lovely. Okay, I'm trying to see it on the big screen. Okay. Yeah, he definitely is more thinker. And do you think how straight the forehead is too? Mm-hmm. He's a linear thinker, sequential, thinking through. You have a small ears, but fast process information. Now I can see better on the angle. And that's why I'm saying it's lovely to have more than one picture. Picture can still a little angle can change the reading. Why? Because if I do this, I have low eyebrows, low ears. If I do this, they are too high.
And you get things like that, right?
Yeah, I need things like that. So yeah, when you see where the eye finish, you wrote a line, you're going to see the tip. And you have a particular outcome on life. If you can see the outreach of the cup, so you see this part is a little thinner. That means that he's intuitive. He's intuitive, and if you're not conquered with a challenge, you can get boredom. You like challenge. You're a person it will be really fun to challenge with. If I need to find a partner to study, I would find this gentleman. Why? Because he's going to challenge me all the time to keep going, and he's going to challenge me to do it better, and he's going to challenge me to get the things done, the deadline. Can we come back the one I can see the top of the bridge of the nose?
Sure.
Sorry,
And we've
Eric.
got some response from him right there about the interruption.
What is, okay. This is great. I'm always accused of interrupting, not because I am rude, just because I know the end of the sequence already. Thank you very much. That's what I'm saying. That's what I clarify when people says, oh yeah, people call me rude. Like, no. When people says, well, do you know that, like, oh my God, I already know that you broke your leg. Tell me what the doctor told you and how long it's going to take you that you're not going to show up at work. Don't sugarcoat me. Like, you don't like to be sugar-coated, and you like sugar-coated to you. But you know what? Again, I need something to think fast when somebody's taking too long. If we have a meeting, 15 minutes, and you're going to spend 10 doing an intro and explaining me that you just broke your leg or you were late because your kids have homework, you're just wasting 10 minutes of my time. So next, and it's nothing wrong. I'm not sure because the eyebrows finish so long that we have another checking emails at 3 o'clock in the morning. Not completely sure. I would be able to see that. And that's what I'm saying. It's doing with mask and pictures is the highest challenge ever. Not trying to be cocky. I'm showing you how much you can know about a person and how we still can communicate, even being first responder at work when we need to go back to work with mask. I can still know what is going on with you and how to talk to you with mask. This is to show that we are not enclosed. We are not trapped. Stop being afraid. But I would say, okay, I'm going to do what old people does. Get near to the TV. Yes, you are way laser focused. You're super independent at work. You go for it. You don't ask for permission. You don't ask if you can go. You go and do it. Dude, I don't know what you do, but I will need a project manager like you. And it's great, believe me. Our project manager, she keep me on track. But you can rebuild the Twin Towers in one day. But yeah, I guess that you still stop checking your phone. I would go with stop checking your phone in the middle of the night. The emails can wait until 8 o'clock in the morning. If you're not a surgeon, if you're not a heart surgeon, and you're a first responder, you can wait until 8 o'clock to check the emails. It's hard in court.
It hurts in courts and debates when you have to sit there and listen. I work on it, but I do shake my knees while waiting. So
okay, you're a lawyer.
He's not only a lawyer, he's somebody else completely.
Okay, he's a DA.
No.
Okay, but he's a lawyer. He worked with the law. So yeah, I would get like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. What you do, you like to get it done. So, okay, we don't need to say what else he does, but yeah.
No.
Wait, he's a judge?
No, he's a giant YouTuber. He has a YouTube channel that's exploding. 280,000 plus people. He's a YouTuber lawyer.
Oh, my apologies for my ignorance. I live in my own bubble.
No, he's great. His channel's fantastic. So I think.
In another hand, I'm happy that I don't know any of these people. So we can repeat. When we both were asking for people to collaborate, one of the things that I put in bold, do not send me your pictures, send them to Eric. I prefer to be wrong than be dishonest in what we're doing. No fair. No one will guess YouTuber. Yeah, but that's what I say. You're a lawyer. That's where you need to pay attention. You says it's heard in court and debates, meaning that you need to learn to shut up when other people think. You know what I want to say, Dave? Since your brain going so fast, you have an advantage if you know how to moderate.
There you go. Checking the phone. Checking the phone in the night. Yep.
Okay. Sorry for it. You know what? When I work with lawyers, one of my bread and butter is lawyers. And I always say and I think I told you, Eric, people is not guilty. They have a bad lawyer and a bad coach on how to be in court. Because you're thinking so fast. If you can get that ease a little, because you process information so fast, you can cut things like I cut in your text. It hurts in courts and debates. You feel the pain, meaning that I know you're a lawyer or you're in court and you're in debate, meaning that you do trial probably. So you need to have witness, you need to convince a jury, you need to be surrounded. Debates happen when you need to be arguing with other people, and you probably do a little mediation too. And it must be painful for you to do mediation. Piece of advice, grab a piece of rubber band, put it on your wrist, and when you're feeling that you want to jump, just get your rubber band against your wrist. That is going to release adrenaline. It's going to lower your adrenaline and release endorphins. Those endorphins are going to make your brain ease and be more focused on what they're saying and not the next things they say. It's not a criticism. I know people like you, and I have lawyers like that. They want to jump on the neck like, no. Listen to the word the same way to listen to the body. Since you process information really fast, you have an advantage against others. If you learn yourself, if you train yourself how to maximize it, if you're excellent enough, you can be invincible. Maybe you can be the next president. Who knows?
He's got the energy for it. Watch his channel sometime. He is a very, very fast speaker, fast thinker. Just you could see that in the channel.
That's what I'm saying. And he's about fast, and that's what remember when I says he doesn't ask for permission to go first, he goes. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that I like this is recording is so people can go back and see how sometimes I'm really careful with words, and I retract myself in at any point for wanting to explain it with the wrong word. That's what I'm saying. He's like, he goes, he doesn't ask. And his zone one is like, dude, you're a computer brain. Good for you. You're on the right business.
All right. So let me.
I just bought a rubber stone. It does nothing. Another thing, put 2 grains of coffee. Use double socks. First socks. Put 2 grains of coffee in your right foot. On the palm, on the right foot. That is your business side. So every time that you feel that you cannot ease, step on the coffee. Nobody's going to see it. So that is a way to like, okay, that is a reminder that I need to stop. Everybody use tricks to control themselves. Mine is half an hour to playing with my cats to relax, or watching funny videos to be online, or teaching classes. Or be exposed this way when everybody can attack you. So everybody have their own way to ease when the things happen.
Well, awesome. And I'll definitely be talking to him later too, to see if all the nuance came through.
If you can contact me, I'm not going to charge you for the consulting. But if you want a couple of tricks that I talk to lawyers, and I cannot say anything else because I have hostile negotiator, police, and lawyers on one side, realtor, sales, and manager another. What I talk in this site, I never teach to civilians. Why? Because you can put people on risk. When you're talking with a DA, about things that you can find in a case. If you put it out there, you never know how people can use it. So if you want to talk, I can tell you a couple of things that I do in court when I'm there.
Awesome. All right. Our next person, I believe this is Keith Ellis, and I'm hoping that Keith is with us today. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell without people
Holy
checking
cow. He invented the next iPad. Do you see
Okay.
that forehead? It's not that he have losing a little hair. Let's be nice. But you see that forehead?
Mm-hmm.
You tell me what is his name, Keith?
Keith Ellis.
Hey, can I know the age of this gentleman he's here?
If he sees us and answers, we've got a lag, so I'm not sure.
Why I don't see any wrinkles? Okay, I will not going to say anything about that. We're going to
Purity
go
of heart. No,
Eh?
he has purity of his soul, right?
I cannot say that because that's what I teach you hostage negotiate. You see, this is a self-pacifier. That's what I do when I know that I cannot talk. And you see, I'm doing this in my right hand because I'm easing my left brain. You can see it on the video. As soon as I do this in my right hand, so ease my left brain because my left brain happened here. So like, Susan, shut up. Don't put your foot in your mouth. You're well known for ruining things like that. Okay. Kids. My love, take it easy. Give a step yourself. You don't have any eyelids. Your eye puff and top of your eyes are both really puffy. That's meaning that you are burning the candle in both ends. One thing is when you don't have any eyelids showing, like the first lady, she probably want to watch TV, cuddle with her kids, and scratching the kid's head when they watching TV. This guy you're touching, he's gonna punch you. He's like completely. It's about what is happening now. What are my needs, and you need independent. You need your space. If somebody invade your space zone. Sometimes we build space zones. Even though if we work in an open office, you see with the people when they work in open office and they have those noise cancellation headphones, it's maybe they don't listen to anything. When I travel on a plane, I put the head cancellation noises. So if the next person to me want to talk and says, I'm sorry, I'm listening to an audio that I need for my work, and actually not listen to anything. It's only so they don't talk to me because when I travel, usually it's for work, so I need to concentrate mentally to what I'm going to do. This is the kind of person. Honey, you have those eyebrows that it's a lot of happening. He's on command. He is mentally active. You have a lot of thoughts and ideas. Thin eyelids. I'm going to give the opposite to understand why he have. What you have. People who have those pencil eyebrows that they plug the eyebrows so many times to the point they look like a pencil. They have that perfectionist by procrastination or procrastination by perfection and overthinking, and actually tend to not achieve, and they're really critical to themselves. This person, it's about thinking, doing, process, facts and data. He like established procedures. Do you have any way to see, because the light sometimes can be tricky?
I've got another angle.
Yeah, I think you have a sloped back forehead, and I would love to see, but you cannot see the ears either. You see, they're kind of attached to the head. So remember when I says this gentleman probably have a sloped back head? Mm-hmm. You see how, I wish I can, even though he have a flat head, the head start doing sloping. That meaning that you can point it with the mouse?
Yeah, hang on. You mean like right here?
Yes. He have a unique outlook. He dislike rigid system. hate to be micromanaged. If he need to be micromanaged, you going to have a pissed off person. If you let this person to be, how I say it, give them what you need to do. Here you go. Still early for me in the Midwest. If you let this person, you tell them what to do and let it done. Don't go for at 5 o'clock. Hey, you finish it. Like, no, he's going to be better finishing task, the clocking, the time to work. So he doesn't like the rigid system where you can go outside the box to the intuitive and creative. Doesn't mean that when he needs to follow procedures, he's not going to follow the procedures. He learned how to do it. His ears can stick to the head. But this is how he intake information. When you tell him what to do, he's going to be listening and intaking the information on the format that you give it to him. But when you need to process, who has to do with the forehead and the eyebrows, is going to have a unique outlook. This is the kind of people that is going to follow what you tell them, but after they learn the process, they're going to find for a better way to do it and probably more practical, pragmatical, and fast. Maybe it's not going to tell you that find the way to do it and just going to deliver the project, but it's not going to be comfortable or only fun. Just, yeah, I'm going to do what you do. It's going to always looking for a different outlook. And he have no, I'm not going to talk about the chin because I'm not 100%. And I think he have a chin that I think that is reciprocated chin that is like a slop back, but I will not going to say it because I'm not 100% sure.
All right. So let me see. I don't see him in the comments. Keith, if you do come on, please let us know or put in the comments below, because Susan, I know, will go back to this video and look.
Oh, and by the way, he have the tilted ears that he kept a unique outlook to. Remember when we talked before that the ears are a little tilted? If you put a pen, instead to go this way, it's going to go this way. That it meant that he have tilted, but he have a really good balance between his internal world and what happened outside. So his created out of thinking outside the box is going to come from practical situation and practical actionable things, not from like, she's not going to think like, oh, how we can go to Jupiter? Like, no, he's going to say, we're going to the moon. That's where we're going to be working.
All right. All right. So this is going to be our last one. I don't think Jason is with us, but I'm sure that he will.
Oh, again, you have me talking an hour.
What?
You have me talking for an hour.
Well, yeah, and it's going to be an hour. This is Jason.
Okay, Jason. First of all, I don't need to take off your mask to know that you're an energizer bunny. You're rounded and even he look kind of scary. I would say people talk to him. He can get pissed off for it, but doesn't mean that people don't talk to him. You can see that he have a line here on the top of the nose. Mm-hmm. That is a burned out line. That happened when you frown your head. So only to explain how wrinkles happen. When we do an actionable thing with our face, we make that wrinkle a path to our thinking. You're going to find people a certain age with no wrinkle that's in certain ways that has nothing to do with the age. Actually, you are in my Facebook group and I show a picture yesterday about a gentleman before and after. And people is like all over the place. I don't want to give the result, but you see that person change around 20 features, including size of the chin, ears, shape, eyes out, in. And that picture is in a museum. That physiognomy reading has been done before. It's not new. But when I show that picture in my classes, it's like, it's not possible. This is the certification. This is the museum. You can go and see it. This picture is not modified. It's from 1930s.
40s. It's 40 to 40.
I'm trying not to give away because I have a group of students doing the exercise. Eric, what are you going to do with you?
I don't know. I'm the bad kid.
I can give all the explanation, but my students are trying to do the exercise. Thank you very much. Do not go to the Facebook group until the exercise is done. We're doing a live class next Friday. Dude, really? Okay. I know it's from 1940s, but now we give away what is the exercise. God.
Maybe.
So go back to the person so I don't get it to you. He thinks a lot. He thinks more outside the box, not following the rules in his personal life, but he does follow the rules. And his business side, he have the burned out line here on top of the nose. And again, happen when you're thinking a lot, you scrunch your eyes to think that line tend to happen. And there are another lines who happen just in the border of the nose, not on the top of the nose, who has to do with humor. That is people who tend to cope with humor, but I cannot see it because he wearing one of the most complicated masks to read. Because I cannot read. No, it's great because probably you still can do it. It's covered the top of the nose, but I still can see the two lines, the two burnout lines, that train frag, that the one develops self-will pat. It's a person that once the mind is made up, either on the personal side, on the business side, it's going to happen too.
I've got another shot from the front too, so.
He started to having more chameleon eyebrows on his business side than the personal side, meaning that he want to be more invisible on his his business life. And again, he had the same eyelids that Dave, the lawyer, probably get the name wrong. You see how the eyelids are covering the eyes, meaning that he's not going to ask for permission to go first. He just going to do it. Only to understand why important is this. First, I haven't met any first responder from all the one I've been training in the 5 months. And it's happened when I start training them. And now that the things hitting the fan, they become so tired, so focused, and they need to jump and resolve. That will start happening with the eyelids. They'll start disappearing. Why? Because you need to work independently. You need to get things done. You need to be focused, and you're sacrificing your personal life and everything in your personal space to make things done. But doesn't mean that you don't need your personal space. Can I see the shape? Okay.
Yeah, I've got I've got a profile.
Okay.
Sort of profile. Angle. Hopefully it gives you more. I don't know the lag. Oh,
he have, that is a complicated angle, but okay, let me do remeasure here. Yeah, he have high ears, meaning the process information fast. We didn't have any big ears today to explain the difference between big ears and small ears and how to measure, but we have a small ears today. And another thing, because he doesn't think that things go right on the first term, it's not that he's not optimistic, but he's going to be ready for whatever happened. So he probably going to be really good at determining if something goes wrong. And he needs to, why are you laughing? You know him?
Oh, yeah, I know him.
So
you got that one.
So don't, I didn't finish.
I knew what you were going to say. I did a David.
Eric, I think you're going to be the one who's going to be muting. Already, I think we have been doing so much face reading that you already know some of the feature. That is awesome. I have a student who did the first level in 48 hours and give me a 10-page report, and the second level in 24 hours, and he did a 15-page report and did a testimonial that I didn't know, and he already saved a business only for reading faces of the client. So it's not difficult. You need to put your time on it. So yeah, whatever happened, if you don't know what is going on and you are like, you know what, I need an outcome. In the personal life, the good news about this, you haven't said it yet, is on the personal life, on the business life, he's going to have the same outcome. I probably going to say that maybe his nose is a little tilt down on the top. That tend to happen when the people have the angled down eyes. Again, they're not pessimists. It's just that life experience is the best book. I always says you don't learn from books, you learn from people in life. And he has been either approached or being involved or see certain situations in life that he is ready for any outcome. Another thing is like start taking a little more care about you. I'm not talking about diet. I'm not talking about food or alcohol. It's like about you are burning too, the candle in both ends. You're pushing yourself too hard. I don't know if you're not sleeping well, but yeah, give it a little more slack to yourself. Stop pushing too much to you. And yeah, your burnout line is like really deep. But in the other hand, he have a triangle. You can see on top of the burnout line that he have these two lines kind of make a triangle. Mm-hmm. That is called the visionary line. That is coherence with the angle down. So that's when we start putting features together. When you have the angle down eyes, meaning that you are willing to see solutions, or are you ready and capable to see solutions? When that's coming with the visionary lines, is that you're really intuitive and you have a practical way to fix problems that other people take as an emotional problems. You're not the kind of person that I'm going to go crying because my boyfriend left me. Is going to be the kind of person I'm going to go to says, I need to get my life together because I was with this person so long that I need to realize how to make a plan on my life. And that's where he's going to jump. If you start crying in front of him, he's going to put the TV and says, let me know when you're done. It's not that you're not empath. You're a practical person. You're a fact person. You're going to go to resolve what you consider as its important problems. And again, you need somebody to hold your hand, but not too long, because that's called depression. You need somebody like him. It's like he's going to go and do it. He's going to like the facts and data. He's going to like to make it done. It's going to help you to rebuild things again, seeing the possibilities, seeing the options in the future, and helping you to. I would like him to come to organize my library. I moved a year ago, still like you see, they had books on top of the books and books on the because somebody helped me when I was moving to pack my books, and this person did it by colors, and I have my books categorized by theme. And when I saw the packing, like, what the heck you have done? Oh, I pack it by size. Like, no, it took me 2 years to catalog my books. I have a catalog in Excel.
I would go insane.
It says, what the heck have you done? I have a catalog. When I need a topic, I just need to go to my catalog and looking for quote. I can even tell you the quote of the book because I have a catalog. When I need to do research, I don't have 2 hours. Now what am I going to do? So I unpack it and says, tomorrow I'm going to do it. Tomorrow I'm going to do it. So dude, if you're free in the Midwest, can you come to recatalog my books? Because every time that I start, I get pissed off.
Well, this guy here has moved back and forth between Chicago and LA a ton of times. So who
when
knows?
You're in Chicago,
I don't know if he's in the heading to the end of a current LA stay or not, but you never know.
Well, if you are in Chicago, if you catalog my books, that's how important. I have over 500 books. I have one of the oldest in body language. I collect books, collectibles. So if you're in Chicago, I exchange you, teaching you face reading for you to read a catalog because I get pissed off again. Took me 2 years. That's how freaked out I get with my things at work. My closet is a mess, but my work side, I'm like, you understand, Eric. Somebody mess with your books, you want to kill them.
Oh, sure. Well, this is perfect. And look at that. We've got well over an hour in. That worked out to be a nice number.
Okay.
And
okay, let's see who have questions, who somebody who didn't understand. If we don't have the chance to have some of the people who I was reading, please feel free, either reach to me, put comment. If you don't agree, I don't have any problem. If you want me
Here's
clarification.
the first one you read.
Okay.
She came in later on.
Okay.
She rewinded and watched and is definitely not a 9 to 5 person.
I think I say that, no? It's the lady on the bus who was with the kids who he would be scratching the head of the kids when watching TV. We love to hug the kids. And I says, she, even though is a people person and she like to be around people, is not a 9 to 5 person. If I'm not mistaken, I will review it and see it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Wanted to get that out there. Well, folks, this has been outstanding, Susan. You'll be seeing me again soon.
Okay, nobody's going to complain about everything. You told me I need to make more enemies to get the channel up.
Here's somebody who didn't like it and left.
Okay.
So there you go. There's your complaint.
Okay, can you read it?
Oh, come on. Do people actually believe this stuff? Super vague analysis that can be applied to just about anyone. I'm out of here.
Thank you very much for your personal opinion. I think that an adult argument or discussion or debate is where you make questions and you give the other person the chance to reply. I don't ask you to change your opinion, but I would love to hear your opinion in a mature way where you can give me the space to explain. Leaving the channel, I'm sorry. I'm going to put it out there. You want conflict? Maturity has to do with have the space in your mind to accept other people's comments and ideas without attacking. And even though I will never do anything to change anybody's mind or idea, I would love to have the chance to talk to you to know what are your opinions so I can tell you mine. Now you have your conflict.
All right. And Adriana Boy said, thanks, Susan. When you said a good BS filter, did that mean good at detecting bullshit?
Yes, yeah. Correct. And that is something that even though you can laser brow your eyebrows, it's not going to happen. It's natural. And it's great because if I'm not confusing the person I read it, she had it in the both. Let me remember.
I think she was second.
No, she had it in both. Okay, she had it in both eyebrows. She had it on the personal bigger, so she's better filtering people really fast on their personal life. She's developing on the business side. You need to trust a little more about the BS filter you use in your personal life for your business. Go for it, and you're gonna have. Here we go. Okay, I'm looking on the big one. Okay, it's a delay. Yeah. You see the scatter hair, like the hair going up instead to going with the shape of the eyebrows. So it would be great. You are really good picking. And if you go to your dating app, if you're single or your friends, you're going to be like, this is not happening. You're still developing on your business side. You can see the hair is shorter. But if you go for it and you trust your guts, has proved you right more than once. Translate that to the business. You have a second brain called guts, and we talk about already that with Eric. Use it. You're good on that.
Well, she said here, a comment, mine was good regarding protocols, even though I'm not a nurse or engineer. I just like knowing exactly what the steps are or path to follow in order to do a good job. So she sounds very methodical.
And again, remember what I'm saying is like, sometimes knowing what you do after the explanation, I can adapt. But again, being methodical is like you can have a Rolls Royce, but somebody mess it up on the ensemble line and you have an accident. So everybody needs somebody methodical in any step of the things to make it work. Nobody's bad or good. You just need to know your strength and your parts you need to work with. So that way you can become stronger. I was talking with somebody this morning and like, you can go faster by yourself, but you become stronger with the team. But what team you need is based in understanding each other and how we work together.
There's an old African proverb. You can go fast as one or go far as many.
Correct. And I'm
very into that.
I deviated, but yeah, it's the same. Thank you. I didn't know I didn't know it was an African proverb. I use it in another way, but it's the same one I use.
Yeah, it's a really, really great quote. Well, folks, hopefully we're all going together as many. And I saw that somebody is going to comment below. I encourage everybody, please comment. I know Susan does read the comments.
And I replay
And
as much as I can.
yes, she definitely does. And we need to make her feel welcome and bring her back. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please tell a friend. Please like, please share. And thank you. And thank you, Susan. You're a rock star.